Everyone, what's up? It's Babylonius from PeakofSerenity.com here with another commentary video. This time is heroic Mistress Sassz'ine, Sassy Pants is what we're affectionately calling her in my guild. This kill is actually our second kill because the first one I got messed up by Hydra Shot because we really didn't have a plan for that. So this is kind of my second kill. So thankfully I have a little bit more knowledge of what I'm doing, although I did just get stunned. So who knows? Alright, so this fight is relatively simple, and really the big thing about this fight is padding as much as possible on the ads, and not getting hit by Hydra Shot. Hydra Shot hurts. Don't get hit by Hydra Shot. But yeah, so every once in a while she spawns those little worm things or eels or whatever. You kill them, they drop these puddles. You stand behind the puddles when the tornadoes come. The tornado disappears. It's a miracle. So you're definitely, in order to do maximum DPS, maximum paddage, you want to ignore all calls for focusing the boss and tag as many of these ads as possible. I personally used Serenity on this fight, although it's probably a fight where Whirling Dragon Punch can be somewhat useful, or at least have a strong chance, because of how frequently the ads spawn, and especially if your guild kills them quickly, having Storm, Earth, and Fire for getting the extra tags is quite nice. So here again, they keep spawning. I keep trying to pad on them. The tornadoes come. You get behind them. In general, you want the abyssal stalkers should be as stacked up as possible. Although it's not always so. Yeah, I mean, really, this fight is not overly difficult. Like I said, I died our first time, like 10% into the fight, got rezzed, and then got hit with a Hydra Shot again. When she does this crashing wave, you just get out of the way. It's pretty easy. You can roll, walk, flying serpent kick, get to the side, all that stuff. But yeah, again, especially on heroic or a lower difficulty, you're going to want to be focusing as much as you can on the ads and getting as much pad damage as humanly possible. Or Pandarinly possible, as the case may be for mine. Alright, so, so it's really, they're pretty easy to tag. They have enough health that they should last a little bit. Should you want to tag them yourself, rather than needing to use Storm, Earth, and Fire. I was using, a little bit of lag, I was using the Bracers and Boots Legendary on this. Mostly because I don't like the chest, and this is a situation where there's quite a lot of spinning crane kick damage and use, so having that extra chi from having Kitsuos is quite helpful, as is extending your Serenity for maximum spinach. But yeah, this fight is really kind of rinse and repeat. Kill the ads, blow up the boss, stay out of the bad stuff on the ground. Don't get hit by Hydra Shot. Like, for reals. Don't get hit by Hydra Shot. These purple puddles do something. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out what they do on Mythic. We were kind of able just to brute force our way through things, so I think these purple puddles are important for somebody. I just don't know what. I wasn't given a job and told to pay attention to them, so I didn't pay attention to them. But yeah, that's really it. There's not a lot else going on. You're just going to be focusing. Oh, if you stand in this ink thing, you can't cast, or you can cast, it doesn't do anything. I can't remember, something like that. Bad stuff. Don't stand in the ink. The ink is for helping to avoid the tornadoes, not for damage increasing. There's not a ton of stuff to use Touch of Karma offensively on this fight that I found. At least nothing that does a ton of damage. Standing in the ink does damage, but again, you can't really attack while you're standing in the ink, so it's probably not worth it. So yeah, that's it. I'll just slowly kill the boss, and I'll keep talking until she's dead. Because there's only 3 eels kind of at a time, Fist of Fury is a very strong cooldown. There's not so many targets that you want to avoid Fist of Fury, so to a certain extent you can try and make sure that you are stacking up transfer the power and saving Fists of Fury for when the ads spawn in order to get as much burst damage as you can on them. A strong AoE trinket like Glaive is useful, although as you see there, your tanks will move them out of the Glaive. So pay attention to that. But yeah, so that's really the fight. There's not a ton to it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it answers more questions than it creates. If you like this kind of content, please support me through Patreon and PayPal. Check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Check out PeakofSerenity.com for all your other monkey needs. And that's it. Okay, bye.